Hey, what's up YouTube world? This is Josh, aka DOGCRIK, aka Coleman. This is another series of Camping with Coleman. This one's going to be short. It's actually more of an update than anything. I want to check in with you guys and let you know what's going on. We've had some stuff in the works. I've been trying to get a really popular RC competition that kind of travels the United States to come up here to my neck of the woods and put on an event for all the local scene here and the guys that are really addicted to this stuff, the guys I like to run with and build trucks with, and I finally got them to come, man. They're finally going to come. So if you haven't figured it out, the guys I'm talking about is Brian Parker and the Axial Recon G6 crew. They're all going to head out here to the Pacific Northwest. Sorry, it's been a long night. And come to my neck of the woods, which is Bend, Oregon, Central Oregon. And we're going to do a Recon G6. Should be fun. I've always wanted to put my Jeep through a Recon G6. This thing is currently first place in the local competition series. Actually, as of tonight, we had the award ceremony. I took first place in Class 2 with this. It's also competed in the 2012 Axial Northwest Scale Championship and a couple other little things. And it's been around the block. It's old. It's been beat. Yeah, I made it to look old and beat, but it actually is getting old and beat, man. It's been through a lot. It's got some mileage on it now. And for this Recon G6 that's coming to town, I really want to freshen it up. I want to bring it back to life and make sure it can put on a show for these guys and have some fun. A lot of these guys have told me over the years that they'd love to see this in a G6, and I'm sure more or less they just want to come out here and see if they can stomp a mud hole in its butt. Nah, shit, I don't blame them. Why not? It'd be fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take this beast apart. I'm going to start tearing it down. It's not like most of the trucks out there. I don't just have a pile of batteries, that I swap in and out of this. Everything is built in. So you can see I've got my plugs are actually built in underneath here. So when I'm ready to go, I'll just plug this in right here. You'll see everything light up underneath there, and I'm off and running. Make sure my radio's on and I'm good to go. Right now, I'm running a brushed setup in here. I've got a Traxxas 550 Emax motor. It's a 14.4 volt motor, and I believe it's 14.4. Don't quote me on none of this. It's late. But this is what I'm running in here right now. I'm running some 32 pitch gears. I'm not giving you my ratios, but I've got it geared down pretty low. I do some things that are a little different maybe than what most people like to do. I don't do your standard tuning, I do on other trucks. I should take that back. I do every truck different, but this personal truck, the whole goal was, this was supposed to be the long forgotten TTC truck, something somebody parked in a barn and just forgot about. It wasn't supposed to be all up to date. It wasn't supposed to have everything, in perfect, beautiful working orders. It's supposed to work, but it didn't have to be perfect, it didn't have to be pretty. So it's got broken fenders, and it's got no lenses, it's got moss that I did not place there on purpose, just wrapped on everything. It's really beat, but it's tough. This thing's not going anywhere. It's solid metal cage. It's a hard body. This is all something I put together myself. This used to be a short two-door body that I stretched out. Every time I break it, I age it, and I just kind of leave it, It's just kind of how it's turned into what it is. I drive it all the time. It's got weeds wrapped around the drive shafts. It's got rust on just about every piece of metal you can see. This is my real life daily driven RC truck. Heck, this is the best example. Zip ties on the rear axle. Welds to fix broken 4-link bars. Welds on top of welds holding my cage together where I've broken previous welds. And this thing has been through it all. I've got a wiring mess that you just couldn't believe. And underneath all that, look real good in there. You're going to see, that's the Novak Rooster ESC sitting up in there in that inner fender well. And that's what powers this beast. Classic Novak Rooster. And it gets the job done, man. It's got all kinds of stuff in here, and as beat up as it looks, everything works. Including that funky winch. That actually works. I put that on Mama's, man. I can turn that on right now, even with it all upside down. You know what? Let's just do it for fun. Why not? This isn't going to be one of those videos where I can't just be myself. I'm not even going to edit this probably. I'm probably just going to upload it and just show you guys what it's like hanging out in the shop with me. So, I use the RC 4-wheel drive radio on this. It's just about as beat up as the truck, man. It's been dropped on every trail in the neighborhood. It's broken in half right here. Yeah, but you know what? It works. Almost every time. Go ahead and plug it in. Now, right now, the motor is seized in this, so it probably won't even go forward and backwards. Wow, so I take it back. It's got some juice in it. So this is my Jeep, man. I run, let's see, a high-tech 7995 TG servo. It's been waterproofed and coated with a bunch of crap to make it look just as ugly as the rest of this, so I don't have a nice servo in an ugly Jeep. The winch is RC 4-wheel drive 9300 XT. That, like I said, still works. So, even though it's upside down, don't get it twisted. It still works. Some of my lights still work. Oh, what else? My stereo works. I've got a stereo in the back of this here. There is a speaker here and an MP3 player here. I can actually pull this MP3 player out and plug it into USB, charge it, and just click the button, play it. It's not waterproof, but for some reason it doesn't want to die as many times as it's been in the water. Probably been in the bottom of the Deschutes River here in Bend, Oregon. Well, look there. Look at all the water coming out of here. It's a good example. This is higher than the rest of the car, and it is soaked in water. Anyways, I don't want to make this video too long, guys. Point is, I just wanted to show you what I'm working with here. This is what I'm going to break out at the Axial Recon G6. This is going to be called Ruckus Juice and Jello. That was a mouthful. I almost forgot how that went. Ruckus Juice and Jello Axial Recon G6. This is what I'm going to run. This is the one I've had on my show forever. And as you guys have seen, if you've been watching the show, I got a lot of other trucks that I'm going to have out on display and kind of show off. So if you're coming, you'll get a chance to see this beat up monster in action, and you'll get a chance to see a lot of my other trucks, you know, sitting around for the show and shine, and possibly in action too. You know, I'll probably be out there playing around a lot. But for now, I'm about to tear this down and start doing some work to make sure it's not going to break when I'm out on the trail. In the meantime, you guys, thanks for coming and hanging out with me here in the shop. Stay tuned. It's camping with Coleman. Talk to you guys next time.